refreshing, because it's always 80 degrees in Florida. And to come back, it was snowing. We landed. There's something about it when you land and you just kind of feel you're back in that environment. For me, when the leaves fell, it was time for basketball season. That's how I equated. That's why I hated the fall for a long time, because it was like now I got to put my golf clubs up, my bike up, and I'm remanded to being indoors. So when I landed, in Bradley, which I've done thousands of times, and to come here, pulling up to the hotel, I think we got size for our jackets at the Hall of Fame at the hotel. So, these grounds are so sacred for me. It's almost like when you move through Springfield for me, and even Hartford, it's like seeing ghosts on a regular basis. When we practiced last night on the court, and I had to tell the boys, I said, you guys don't realize the feet, the iconic feet that have walked through this building. People that you have admired, have taught you the game. Some people you don't even know had an impact on you in the game of basketball. And all of my guys, all my kids, including my coaches, are basketball heads. So to be in the Hall of Fame, to go there, to enjoy this experience is once in a lifetime, and I'm glad I get to share it with them.
Ray, there's a story that you told in your book. I was dying to ask you about it. Your recruitment when you picked UConn over Kentucky. You talked a little bit about that visit. I just wanted to get you expand on that just a little bit. How that visit unfolded in Kentucky.
Well, and there's a bit of irony now that's now coming full circle, but it's so difficult when you're 17 years old and you have to make a decision to go to college. And a lot of times people make that decision for the moment, for the next year. And in many cases, making a decision for that moment or that year is always a bad decision, because you got to think about how you want to set yourself up for your life. You can't make a decision for a girlfriend or for weather or for proximity to home or to a friend. You got to make it for what is going to help make you who you need to be successful, whether it's in business or sports. That was the case, coming up at 17, Kentucky was the show, and they still are. They've been notoriously, they've been a great college program, and they get some of the best players in the country coming out of high school. So I was excited to go there. Midnight Madness. I made a faux pas as a kid and committed to Alabama that was my first visit, and I got talked into it, and I was. I didn't know any better, and then I got talked out of it and said, just take your remaining visit. So I followed up on my UConn visit, and when I left there, I was excited because I said, man, this was just as fun or even more fun. And I was like, is every new visit I go to going to be just the same? And so I had to take Kentucky, and because I had 5 visits, but I shorted up to 3 just so I could be smart about it and make a decision, because I had 3 pretty good schools. And once I went to Kentucky, I realized that Connecticut was a place for me. Just everything, and at the time it might be different today if I made a decision differently. You never know, but it's something to be said to go to a place where you're wanted. And Coach Calhoun, from the minute I landed, I had an itinerary. Like I actually have a book still that kind of talks about my itinerary. When I get picked up, my schedule, whose class I'm going to, who's in the class, who's taking me from there. And there wasn't like a stone left unturned. And that showed me that I was valued here. And in that value, I was going to be curated to become better. They're going to stay on me. And the other thing about Calhoun is he never promised me anything. He didn't tell me he was going to make me an NBA player. He was like, if I work hard, I'm going to come here and have an opportunity to get better and to grow. And if I have dreams or aspirations of going to the next level, then I got to stay focused and be ready and willing to put the work in. And he was right.
How does it?